Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Blue Archive reaction. It's been a while, and I figured what better way to bring back Blue Archive stuff on a regular basis than to do Welcome School. This is one that I skipped when I did Unwelcome School forever ago, and I just never found a way to get back to it, so I figured since this one is pretty short, and I usually do these in bundles, it's a big enough song, I should make it its own thing, especially since it's kind of acting as a return to form for my schedule, so here we are, and let's go. Already bringing in the original, just like that. I wasn't sure if they were gonna do that right away, or if they were gonna, like, make it more of, like, a piece later into the song, but I guess with a timeline like this, right? This picture fits it so well, too. It feels like you're reminiscing on the events that that song was attached to originally. I'm not sure which came first. I can never remember, actually. I keep seeing it in comments, but I don't remember which one comes first. But a completely unique take on this. It's weird how this melody is giving me nostalgia. Guess it's been long enough since I've reacted to the first one. God, this is calming. I didn't realize how much I needed this today. I have a theory, or an idea I'll share with you guys during my actual discussion. This one's making me think a little bit. But beautiful, as expected. Alright, so I've been playing around for the last 5 minutes on the piano part for this, and part of me, this is kind of what I was talking about, the theory thing, the idea I had. I'm not going to play it because I don't actually have a piano on hand or any way to play one effectively and have you guys hear it. But part of my mind is wondering what would happen if this song weren't transposed slightly. Some note changes maybe to make it feel a little bit less strange. Since it does like a scale down from every single key on the keyboard, starting at I think G, this song, because it has to go into those half steps, feels a little bit more crusty. I would be very interested in hearing somebody's take on this, where this song avoids those neighboring half steps. If somebody could find a way to make the original melody kind of adjust without using those and making it feel more half step all the way down, if that even just came to the point of removing those entirely and finding some way to match them using full chords instead. That is just a theory and a thought. But part of me wonders if it wouldn't sound slightly more beautiful not having to utilize those half steps, making everything feel a little bit more crunched together and having those notes argue because they're so close to each other and you get that dissonance. I don't know if that was tried. I don't know if somebody has already. Tell me if that's the case. but I am very curious to see if that wouldn't work. You know, it was a beautiful take on this song, the synth being added in there as well to kind of tie everything together, the strings, it's so pretty. This is such a beautiful track, and part of me really wants to know what it would sound like if you removed those dissonant notes in there and took away all that extra crunch. It might be unavoidable. The song and the melody as a whole might not feel nearly as recognizable without them, but I do believe that a musician who is better than I might be able to figure out a way to make that work. Regardless, this song definitely tripped some nostalgic triggers with me, which I haven't had a bad day or anything, but I didn't realize that recently with all the stress of updating this room and changing things around, it has kind of affected me in a way where that nostalgia is very welcome. I am really happy right now. That song made me feel things I haven't felt in a hot minute, and it's nice to have those. Everyone has a different experience with nostalgia, and mine, it is a sort of coping mechanism to get away from stresses of recent times, and given that I just got off a bunch of stress, this is very nice. It's almost like I am welcome back to a new place, a place that is somewhat familiar but just a little different. How fitting, you know? Like, how fitting. How fitting. I'm in the same room, but I changed a bunch of things. It might not look like I changed much behind me, but there's a lot changed back there. And this setup being slightly different from the first time I did this video, it's been a journey, and having that all tied together with a nice bow, so welcoming. I don't know any better way to word that. My last week is heavily improved just hearing this song to put a cap on it on the weekend. What a song. I'm so happy to be here right now. But I do think that's about all I can say on this one. It is a shorter song, so there's not quite as much to touch on. And while it did take me way too long to get to this one, I almost feel like, and I am very cautious saying it's fate that it took me so long to get to it. How fitting is my scenario with everything I just worked on, and it feels like I needed to hear that track right now and have it processed the way it did and have me dig into it a bit behind the scenes like I did right now. So this song, beautiful. It might have just hit a specific, very momentary chord with me where it felt like it hit more than it usually would have. And maybe that helps me relate to the way that it played in the game. I don't know. I don't know how the context of the game goes, but maybe I'm kind of in a similar vein with everything going on. Either way, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm, again, sorry it took me so long to get to this one, and I will be back doing more Blue Archive stuff on a regular basis, so thank you so very much for watching. If you want to support me and all that mess, you know how to do that, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!